Hi everybody, it's John from Wire. What we are going to go over today is I'm going to take you from start to finish on how I create email campaigns using MailChimp. And I'm using a MailChimp account that I've done campaigns for in the past, and it's a chocolate company. So I'm going to go through and create a real campaign from start to finish and show you what I put in the email content, how to make it look nice, what pictures to use, everything you would need to make your own campaign and email blast. So let's go ahead and get started. What you want to do is you want to create a MailChimp account if you haven't done already. And if you haven't done it, there's a link in the description below of the video. And once you've logged into your MailChimp account, you want to go in the upper right hand corner to create campaign. And it's going to ask you what type of campaign do you want. What we're going to be doing is the regular campaign. The other campaigns listed here, um, they have different types of uses, but for this tutorial, we're just going to use the regular campaign. Okay, so it's going to ask you, to which list shall we send? So I want it to go to the entire list of my recipients for this company. You want to go in the lower right hand corner, click on Next, and now it's time to name your campaign. So for this company, what I'm doing is a Mother's Day email. So I'm going to do something in the title that makes them know what the email is about automatically, but also it's going to give them a little bit of like a preview, like a sneak peek, I like to call it. And it's going to want to have them, it's going to make them want to open the email. So I'm going to name my campaign something like the campaign is going to be Mother's Day, but the email subject is going to be deals inside just in time for Mother's Day, exclamation point. Okay, so why did I use this email subject? Well, the reason why my emails get such good open rates, somewhere in like the 40 to 50% range, is that I always include a discount code or a coupon in every single email. I know this may sound really weird, but I've found that if there isn't a reason for people to open it just based on the email subject alone, they usually won't. So for me, what I found really works well, especially for this company, is that I always put a coupon inside the email. So by in the email subject, if I put deals inside, people already know, okay, I'm going to get another coupon this time. So the from name, obviously, make it something that people are going to recognize. I'm just going to put chocolate at the end so people know exactly who it's from. The rest of the options here, they're going to be clicked on default. You definitely want the track opens clicked. If you do have e-commerce 360 link tracking, go ahead and click on that too. I don't have any of these plugins, so I'm not even going to worry about it. If you have Google Analytics link tracking, this is really useful. You just need to integrate your Google account with MailChimp. Okay, so all of this is done. If you want to connect to your Twitter and Facebook to promote the email and the contents of the email that way, you can definitely go ahead and connect it to your MailChimp account. But I like to make it really simple and easy for even if it's not me doing the campaign, I just want to make it so they're just making the email and this is all they have to do. So anyway, let's continue. So lower right hand corner, click on next. You can also click on the links at the bottom of the page. They'll take you to the same place. So the select a template page can be really overwhelming for people that have just started. But what MailChimp does is that they give you a preset amount of email templates that you can use for your different projects. So as you can see, there's a lot of them. And you might be kind of confused, like, well, what is a 1-2-1 column banded, you know? It just has to do with the amount of photos. So for example, this is a one column banded, so it's 1 and 1. This is a 1-2-1, so it's one column of text, two photos, and then one column of text. So let's not get too into the different confusion over the names. Let's just see what we have in terms of templates. If you want to choose a template that you've done before, that you've made a previous template with, you can click on your saved templates. I don't have any saved templates because I always make ones fresh every time. So there's also the other option if you can choose a theme. And a theme is probably the simplest way for people that are starting with MailChimp to just get their email formatted correctly, and it doesn't take that much effort. So if you scroll through here, I mean they have a lot. I mean birthdays, coupons, um, color boxes. What I'm gonna do though is I'm gonna start just really clean and fresh, and I'm going to choose. Let's see. I'm gonna choose. Okay, I'm gonna choose this one right here, the 121. Alright, so click on select once you've selected a template that you want to use, and it's going to load into the design mode. So what I like to do first is just work my way down. So I'm going to start in this section right here at the top of the page. And I'm just going to type in what my email is all about. Okay, so nothing fancy, save and close. Okay, so the title image or the header image should be something related to your brand, or it should have branding in it, but it doesn't always have to. So I'm going to go and choose an image that I've used before, and that image is this one right here. Okay. So in order to select this image, just click on the select. And then it's time to design your email. Well, that has to go. And I'm going to put Mother's Day deals. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and write a little bit of content here. I'm just going to fast forward this part until I'm finished, and then I'm going to come back and explain what I put in this section. Okay, so I filled out the content section of my main body here of the email, and you'll notice that what I've done is I've made it really stand out the coupon code because, as I mentioned before, people are more likely to open your emails if they know that you're going to provide value. And my way of providing value is I'm going to give them a coupon code. So let's scroll down the email here to the next section. It's going to ask you to put in two images. So the first, it's going to be two topics basically. The first topic that I want to talk about is a discount for one of the chocolate bars. So I'm going to upload a picture of the chocolate bar. I'm going to put it in that section. So what I did was I clicked on Browse, and then I'm going to click on Upload. And in this section, you're going to click on the name of the file that you want to upload to the site. So I know that my raw 85% chocolate bar picture is right here. So I'm going to choose that and upload it. So once it's done uploading, there you can see it's right there. And then I just need to fill out a caption. So I'm going to go and fill this out, and I'm going to come right back. Okay, so I filled out the description for this bar as well. And you notice how in the description I put click the image above for details. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that this module is selected. Then I'm going to click on link. And the web address is the URL of the website that you want the person to be directed to once they click on this picture. So I'm going to go to the website and get that link and then bring it back. Okay, so I went ahead and got that link and I've pasted it in the web address box. And you can use some advanced options to open a new window. This is kind of like not really necessary. I do want it to open in a new window if they are like accessing their email through Gmail on a web browser. I don't want it to open in the same window as their Gmail, so I want it to open in a new window. I'm going to click on Insert, and now whenever someone clicks on this image, it's going to be directed to the web address I put above. So I'm going to put the next image here, and this is going to be for the Picari gift box. So I'm going to go and grab an image of that and then bring it back. Okay, so I'm back. So instead of the gift box, I had to use a picture of another chocolate bar, and the reason was because the gift box pictures weren't cropped correctly, and I didn't want to take the time to go and do it for this email. So continuing on, you want to go and make a description for this image as well. And don't forget to link directly to the product or service that you're offering if someone clicks on that image. So I'm going to go ahead and do that really quickly. Okay, so I went ahead and added a description to that image as well. And I almost forgot, but I'm going to go and add a link to this as well. So I'm just going to copy this link and post it in the web address there. And if you wanted to, you can link to different types of things as well. You can link it to an email address, you can link it to a file. I'm not quite sure what an anchor link is, but say you wanted to go ahead and upload like a PDF or something, you could link to a file, and then you just have to include the address for the file there. And as always, I do want it to open in a new window. Click on Insert, and there you go. So the final part of this email, I'm going to talk about something different, kind of related to chocolate, but related to more of where the chocolate comes from, and that is regarding the Ecuador earthquake that just happened. So I'm going to write up a little blurb about what happened, and then I'm going to link to a charity that we support in Ecuador to help out everybody down there as they recover. Okay, so I went ahead and filled out this section with the text content that I want. And what I want to do next is I want to include an image right above all this text to go right here about the cause that we're trying to support. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click at the beginning of my paragraph. I'm just going to click the Enter key on my keyboard. So I've made a little space up here, and then I'm going to click on the Image button. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to upload the image that I want. And it's going to give you a few different options as to how you want to upload it. I want it to align in the center of the module. And I don't really care about an image border, and I don't really care about margins, but I do want it to open in a new window. And what I'm going to put here is the link to the cause that we're supporting. So again, we're going to copy and paste that link into the URL field, and I'm going to save and insert the image. Great, so I want to resize it a little bit because that's just a little bit too big. So if I want to do that, you click on the image, and then you click on the image tab again, and I'm going to click on Edit with Photo Editor. So what I'm going to do is resize the image so it's not so big. So let's try 500 instead. Okay, maybe just a little bit more, so 450. Okay, that looks good. Alright, so now I have my smaller image, so I'm going to save and insert the image. There we go. And again, it's not in the middle though, so I'm going to click on the image editor again, align with center, and now it should be able to be aligned in the middle. And it's not. Okay, there we go. So what I did here is that sometimes when you resize the image from the original image, the editor doesn't know if you're talking about the original image or the image that you're editing. So what I did there is I put my mouse cursor over here so it was right next to the image, and I just clicked the middle, the center button. So what I've done here is I've included an image inside of this module. I've put text below. I'm going to do another space just to give it some space. And then at the bottom, I'm going to put a button. And I'll show you how we can insert a button right now. So if you want to include a button or a call to action in your email, you want to first go to the content section, and then you're just going to drag and drop the button anywhere on the email that you want it to go. So I want the button to say, click here to support Ecuador. Great. And then the web address again is just the URL to the fundraiser page. And as always, open in a new window. And you can change the style as well. So let's say instead of blue, I want it to be a little bit more earthy, so I want it to be a little bit green. Okay, that looks good. And text color looks good. All of these look good. Yeah, we don't need to do any of this. Besides, if I wanted it to do full width, I could do that. And I think it kind of looks a little bit better that way, so I'm going to leave it. Okay, so let's go ahead and save and close. And now I'm going to show you what the whole email looks like from top to bottom. Before I forget, we're going to go all the way to the bottom and we're going to edit this last module here. And these are the social media sections. So you're just going to copy and paste the URL for the username that you have on Twitter, Facebook, and whichever social media you want. If you want to add a social media profile that's not already listed besides Twitter and Facebook, click on Add Another Service, and you can select any from the countless ones here. So once I go ahead and do that, I'm going to come back to this page, and then we're going to go on to the preview section. Okay, so now we're going to go into the preview mode, and it's right up here, enter preview mode. And this is what your email is going to look like on the different devices. So I'm just going to, again, work from top to bottom. This looks good, and then just scroll down. This is on the desktop view. And so far, there's no formatting issues. So now I'm going to go to mobile. So on mobile, okay, everything looks good. Yeah, and what I'm looking for is anything that's like really off, like anything that gets resized really wrong, or if the picture quality isn't that great, anything that just looks really awful. And it looks pretty good to me. And now for regular inbox, they give you 10 tokens to begin, but this gives you a preview of the different inboxes. So from like Outlook to Gmail to Yahoo. I don't really care about this that much, so I'm not really going to go into it. As long as it looks okay on a desktop, I kind of assume that that's fine. So I'm going to exit out of here, and now I'm going to go to the test email mode. And what this does is it's going to send a test email to an email address that you either have on file that you've used before, or it's going to be an email address that you have access to where you can just see the email come in and just make sure there's no final mistakes. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and when I come back, we're going to send the email out to our entire list. So once you've sent out your test email and you've looked it over, if you need to go and make any changes, it's going to bring you right back into the editing mode. So I realized that I had linked the wrong product here, so I'm just going to go ahead and fix this link. And once we come back, we're going to go and confirm all the information for the email, look over the template one last time, and then send it out to our email list. Okay, so I've gone ahead and fixed that link, so I'm going to click on the next button. And here is the final review before it goes out to every single one of your email subscribers. So you can go and check each one of these, and they even check it for you. So I know that it's going to be sent to my entire list. This is the subject line, and I'm okay with it. This is where all the replies are going to go to. Tracking is basically how many times people click on the links inside, what type of email it is, as well as the template style, what type of email goes and is included automatically for the browsers that don't support HTML in their emails. Social cards is not really that big of a deal. It's an added feature for MailChimp to share your template, or excuse me, it's to share your email to social media, so I'm not really going to do that right now. And then, of course, Monkey Rewards is MailChimp affiliate link, and that is standard. You have to include that. So once you're done with all this and you've made sure that everything is perfect, go ahead and click on the send button. And this is it. Once you click on the send now button, everything is sent out to your subscribers. And there's a really funny emoticon here that gives the exact feeling. Every time I do this, I feel the same, but I've looked over everything and I'm okay with it. So I'm going to go ahead and send it now. Alright, so I went ahead and composed my email from start to finish, and now I'm going to do a high five, and you're done. So the email should go out to every one of your subscribers in about 5 to 10 minutes. I think the longest it's taken for the email to go out is about 20, and it may have just been because MailChimp was busy that day or they had an overload of people sending emails. But that's basically it. You have everything you need now to go ahead and create your own email campaign using MailChimp. If you found this useful, I'd really appreciate it if you left a comment below telling me, or just go ahead and click on the like button. And if you have any other questions, please, and there's the email right there. So if you have any other questions, please go ahead and leave a comment below. Thanks and have a great day.